Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're returning and if you are new, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel. So I'm Omolola Sidahome, head makeup artist of Sopro Beauty Place and returning YouTuber. Yes, returning YouTuber. So today I have a talk through for you guys. Yay! Okay, so basically I'm starting with moisture. Moisture is so important, guys, as you already know. It's so important to keep your skin hydrated, moisturized. It really just helps your makeup come out looking fabulous. The moisturizer I'm using today is the Embryolisse Light Cream Concentrate. I'm not French, so I don't know if I got that right. And I'm using a brush to kind of push it into the skin and make sure like her skin receives the moisture it deserves. In this corona season, guys, it's really important to stay safe. Like, I sanitize and wash my hands every 5 minutes. It's a serious paranoia now, honestly, but we have to stay safe and keep our hopes high. This will all be over soon. So next up, I go into this R&R luxury oil. This is a Baobab oil. Basically what this does is also it just moisturizes my skin further. So today I'm shooting for kind of like a dewy look, so a more very skin-like finish kind of vibe. And I'm also just pushing that into the skin with the same brush. This brush is from Y Glam Cosmetics. It's a Nigerian owned brand. Really love the brushes, absolutely quality, fantastic brushes. Okay, so next up, I'm going into my primer from Milk Makeup. This is the Hydra Group primer. And I'm just going to put this all over her face as usual. You know, prime all the places that need priming, where you need your foundation to stick to. I don't put primers under my eye. I only moisturize under my eye. This helps me avoid creasing. Next up, I'm going into my ABH Anastasia foundation and my NARS foundation. I think the shades I used is NARS Macau and ABH in 410. And I'm using this Real Techniques foundation brush to kind of push it in or staple it in or press it in. I don't know which English is perfect. Into my skin, and then I go into a beauty blender. Keep your brushes clean, guys. Let me give you a brush tip. Use alcohol. The higher the percentage, the better for you to always clean your brushes. I should post a brush cleaning tutorial soon. If you would like me to do that, kindly comment in the comments below. Next, after this, I would use my beauty blender to push the foundation in also, so that everything is well blended, and any place where there's a streak from my brush, my beauty blender will smooth that out for me, basically. Pro tip, guys, when using your foundation, I always talk about understanding your undertones and all of that. Sometimes when you start applying your foundation, it looks off. But if you know your foundations properly, especially for artists like myself, or makeup artists, you know that some foundations change or oxidize to true tone after it dries down a bit. So this foundation, this mixture was kind of that vibe. Now I'm using my Kevin Aucoin concealer. It's called the Sensual Concealer in SX11. And this peaches brush to kind of blend it in. This is a very, very thick and creamy concealer. You really need to push it in, and a little goes a very, very long way. You don't need a lot to make it work. And then I blend out with my beauty blender as always. I prefer to use beauty blenders to blend out my concealers. Except I'm blending out the edges, my brushes will work better, but a beauty blender is just ideal to me because it can really get into the corners and make everything look very smooth. Okay, fabulous. Now I'm going in with my black opal palette to just snatch the face, contour her nose, her cheeks, and everywhere that needs snatching. Basically, the colors I used is a mixture of carob and ebony brown. from Black Opal. So this stick foundation palette is just all my Black Opal stick foundations. I put them in the microwave and I poured them into this palette and basically made my palette. So there are some custom shades meaning I mixed some shades to get some other shades. You could do that, or you could just leave them as true colors the way they. Next up, I'm using a brush to lay my contour on my jaw, my cheek, and a bit of on the forehead. I said on the model's forehead, to basically and obviously snatch her face. I like to use a brush, my foundation brush, to blend out my contour first. It kind of reduces the intensity and makes it look a bit more soft, focused, and natural. Okay, I'm always aiming for a zero line look, meaning I don't like lines. Like, I don't want you to know where my contour starts or where my highlight starts. I really like everything to look seamless. So when I'm done with my brush, I always go back in with my beauty blender. I really like this beauty blender because it literally has like 3 pointed edges. It's from White Glam Cosmetics, also the same people that have the brush. Now I'm about to set under my eyes, and before I set, I must blend out my concealer so that there are no crease lines. Guys, what you set is what you get. If you leave creases under your eye, you get a creased out under eye. So always blend out before setting, okay? Now I'm using a powder. This powder is from Chanel Beauty. It's French, guys. I obviously cannot pronounce this. And then I go back into pressing with my beauty blender. So I like to use a brush first, then my beauty blender, so that my beauty blender is not picking up from my concealer. It just sets. I set it with my brush, then beauty blender. Now I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder. It's a loose powder to set the rest of her face. I find that your skin looks really airbrushed when you use a loose setting powder as against a compact powder. I love compact powders, but this was just a vibe for me. Like, I loved it. I've always wanted to try using loose powders, but I always forget. So today I did, and I absolutely loved it. I'm going in with my brows, into my brows. I have an exclusive brow tutorial on my channel, guys. Definitely check it out. The link will be in the description box. But here I'm just showing you how to do it on foundation. The tutorial actually just does it before foundation. It's like a beginner one. So this one is like a pro one. So I just thought maybe I should share some clips. So as carefully as you can, you see every little stroke you put on your brow when your foundation is done kind of comes through. So you definitely do not need so much. I'm very, very light-handed. So I go in as lightly as I possibly can, and I like to brush up as I go, so no product is left heavy on any part of her brows, okay? Now I'm cleaning with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. All the products I use for my brows are in the brow tutorial. Make sure you check it out, please. Don't forget, if you want to know all the products used, why I use it. I skipped a couple of things in this one because I just felt it wasn't very necessary, but brows, concealer, and then blend it all out. Now I'm dusting off the excess powder from underneath the eyes. This is a Morphe brush. I think it's the Morphe M510, okay? To dust off the excess. Now I'm about to set her face, guys. These two sprays are the best sprays anybody can have in their makeup kit. It is from Sopro Cosmetics. It's the Hydra Mist and then the Hydra Glow Mist. So basically the Hydra Mist is like a setting spray which makes all the powder on your face literally melt in. Trust me. And then all of a sudden your skin is looking like skin, even if you have foundation on it. Then I go in with the Hydra Glow Mist. This just gives your face a very extra dimension vibe. Like when you turn, everything just looks, oh my god, bomb. Trust me. And then the glow spray does not dry oily, so you don't have a case where you use the glow spray so everything looks oily and greasy. No, this spray dries down matte. It is absolutely fantabulous. In Mr. Macaroni's voice, yes. So I always bathe myself or bathe my clients or bathe my models in sprays because I just feel it's absolutely necessary. Now I'm going in to contour my nose or set my contour with the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Cocoa Nutty and Mocha Mami. And I'm using this big brush so that everything is spread out. Like I said, I'm always avoiding lines. So I'm not always trying to be very precise with some of my techniques, okay, so that it doesn't give me lines. Then I used my Nas Taj Mahal Blush. Now I'm using the Soap Cosmetics Pixie Dust in Fairy. This gives your skin more dimension, guys. You have to trust me. Like, your skin just looks bomb when you use Soap Cosmetics products. I'm using the same Pixie Dust in Fairy in the inner corner of the eyes and to highlight the cheeks. So basically, I'm just putting it on top of the blush because it's a very clean and simple look. I didn't want to do too much. Now I'm using the lash lava, the lash glue from Super Cosmetics, and an eyelash to just make her face look more juicy. You know, lashes change everything. Gamechanger.ng or .com or .world. Eyelashes, they make you go from 0 to bam, hero. Okay, don't forget to use your mascara to blend out your false lashes and your natural lashes as much as you possibly can. Okay, I didn't put that here because I always put it in my other videos. Now I'm going into my lip palette. So these are just MAC lipsticks. I melted into a palette because carrying so many tubes around, guys, is so much work. And I'm just blending that into the lip with a brush. Next thing, I apply my lip gloss. These lip glosses are from Super Cosmetics in the shade So Naughty, So Golden, and So Clear. I always like to use colored glosses and then seal it up with a clear gloss because I feel the clear gloss gives you like more fullness and dimension. Okay, then to wrap the look up, I use a liner to push out her lip pout, and that's about it. Okay, please, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. You could ask me more questions and send recommendations. And until my next video, it was amazing having you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys.